Hi everyone, Comic Reviewer here. This time reviewing on the first issue of Ultimate Comics X-Men. Now, Ultimate Comics X-Men, much like Ultimate Comics Spider-Man and Ultimate Comics Ultimates, was meant to be more like Marvel restarting everything after the ultimatum. Now, Ultimate Comics X-Men is meant to deal with the after effects of Magneto's attack back on New York at the ultimatum, mutants revealed to be experiments, as well as setting up a whole new X-Men group. And the cover mainly has the X-Men getting ready, with Johnny Storm now part of the X-Men, due to him, the Fantastic Four, no longer being around. And let's get on the story. It starts off with Jean Grey in her Karen disguise, sort of knocks on the door and says, "Miss Pleasant? Hi, I'm Karen Grant. We spoke on the phone earlier." And so they mainly talk about her daughter's mutant abilities and saying that she can show her the tape and that, which she asks, "Incredible. When did her powers first manifest?" "Oh, 3 weeks ago." And he asks how old she is, saying that she does turn 12 and wants to go see her, but turns out that her husband's upstairs, and despite Jean Grey's best attempts to stop it, the father ends up shooting the daughter, who says, "She's gone. It's done. My God, my baby, my baby. She was sleeping. She didn't feel it, honey. She didn't feel a thing." And they see that a replica of Magneto's helmet now being distributed out. We also see how Valerie Cooper is dealing with everything from the press to the big reveal of mutants being experiments. And we see how there's been riots in New York, Chicago, and Los Angeles, and even about the Weapon X thing that was later turned out to be Wolverine. And we see how Jean Grey's X-Men, which consist of Liz Allen, known as Firestar, Derek, who's meant to be the new version of Angel, and Wolverine's son Jimmy. But of course, we see how Jimmy decides that he wants to leave the X-Men to look for the Weapon X facility to find answers, and mainly leaves. We also see how mutants are now being placed in detention camps, some having it easy, others not. And we even see how Rogue is avoiding being shot at. And we see how the Sentinels have even upgraded to the Nimrod class. And keep in mind that in the Ultimate X-Men, the Sentinels were more like prototypes, while Nimrod is more of an advanced Sentinel in this universe. And we see how they even ask when is the president going to resign and that. And we even see how the president, who's meant to be Obama, isn't pleased with all these riots and that breaking out, and they're going to need extra help. Which Quicksilver shows up, saying, "Couldn't agree more, Mr. President. Are you sure yourself said so apologant? Violence is not a solution." And we kind of see how Nick Fury and some of the President's guards point their guns at Quicksilver, even the President asking who he is, and points out that he's Magneto's son, who's also a former member of the Ultimates, which consist of Ultimate Wasp, Ultimate Hank, Ultimate Iron Man, and Thor. And we see how he has another solution to deal with the problems. Even point out with everything going on now. And we kind of see how in the Morlock tunnels, Kitty Pryde, Bobby Drake, and Iceman are living there now after the events of Peter's death, as well as finding a place to stay. And we see how at first Johnny thinks since he's got powers that makes him a mutant, even though what happened in Ultimate Fantastic Four was more of a different thing. And even Bobby points out saying, "Johnny, no, just no, man." "What? Dude, listening to kind does not make you black." As it's his way of saying, you're not really a mutant. And we kind of see how they point out that there's going to be another riot at Times Square. And after getting words about Rogue being in trouble, and even knowing the possible consequences, we see how Kitty Pryde, Johnny Storm, and Iceman get ready to take on, and setting out to rescue Rogue and whatever mutants there are. And this is the story. So I think the first issue of Ultimate Comics X-Men isn't too bad. Again, there's a lot of repercussions, after effects, and a lot more side effects from Magneto's actions, as well as seeing how much damage his actions have caused. And we see how some of the X-Men aren't really going to go back to their full potential, even though the new generation will take over. So I think this one definitely deserves a thumbs up. Still good, and still alright. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.